Bore e croeso I Cymru. Welcome to Glan-Y-Gors Park here in North Wales amidst great sunshine on Saturday afternoon ahead of round 6 of the 2018 Bambino Kart Club and Interkart Championship season here being held in North Wales. As we've just passed the halfway point of the 2018 racing season, we have got fantastic weather on the cards all weekend long, and as you can see, practice day is well underway under this glorious Saturday afternoon sunshine here in North Wales. So, there's a few things we need to talk about as we preview round 6 of the championship, but also the penultimate round of the National Kart Cup, brought to you in association with Climatherm, with their Northern Cup Championship set to be decided this very weekend before we say goodbye to them after a great support from them for the 2018 racing season, and they conclude their season in August at Clay Pigeon in Dorset. Now, I have one little bit of any other business I need to get out of the way first before we talk about this weekend. Now, there was a comment recently made that the MSA is the first organisation to allow Bambinos to compete in a true racing weekend format, which includes qualifying, heats and finals. Sorry guys, it's game, set and match to the BKC, because quite clearly we got there first. We've been doing that before the 2018 season, and up until the end of the 2017 season, as far as I can recall, the MSA was doing time trials only for all Bambino competitors. So for those of you watching the Downforce UK official preview on the Facebook page, have a look at bambinokartclub.com. You'll find out what we're all about right there. And of course you can follow all the action as it happens via the Downforce UK audio network. And this now sees the third appearance of our good friends at Alpha Live from Northamptonshire. So we're going to be in sound and vision on Sunday the 1st of July. And there's an interesting one-off event, something very special happening this weekend, involving Army cadets, but I'll get onto that a bit later on. So let's talk about changes in the grid. George Davison, formerly Bambino Army, the youngster from Bishop Stortford, was running 9th in the championship up until this point, 402 points. Had that great battle between himself, Connor Scarisbrick, and Jacob Ashcroft at Hooton Park in April, where we saw one of the boldest manoeuvres I've ever seen in a race, well actually to that point, by any young competitor in a kart, where Scarisbrick went up the inside of both Davison and Ashcroft, going through turns 1 and 2 on the final lap of the race to win the A final. Now, Davison is now upgraded to Army cadet status. He's still running as part of Limit Racing. He's also still running the number 45. Also graduating to cadets as of this round, Riley Wright from Bracknell, the number 79, was running 13th in Bambino Army, having some scores based on good heat prowess and also good race pace, but he hasn't had quite the luck. However, he joins the likes of Damien Barris-Haggett, Kasper Tomilewski, Lewis Stannard and Liam Hartley in the hotly contested Honda Cadet contingent starting this weekend. Ralphie Reeves from Basingstoke, the Team Hard Stilp Academy driver, is now moving on. He moved on at Lid to go from Bambino Army to Bambino C50 time trial competitor, and on debut at Lid 4 weeks ago, he took 75 points in his opening race in the C50 time trial. Looking forward to seeing how the youngster progresses. A couple of absentees this weekend, I'm afraid. Bethany Freeman is here, but is injured. Doubtful whether she might compete. Also, Rory Breen from Scotland. Get well soon, number 15. Look forward to seeing you and your mum, Lindsay, who have been laid low with a stomach bug. Look forward to seeing you at Nuts Corner. Sherry Ann Powell, Army cadet competitor, currently in the top 3 in the standings, is not here. She's on holiday. Have a good one, Sherry. See you at Nuts Corner. Also, we've had now BTCC's impression on the BKC is definitely here, as we can hear the National Kart Cup. They're now roaring out for one of their practice sessions today on Saturday. So we've got Power Max Racing. We have Laser Tools, we have Team Hard, now add a fourth one to that mix. Maximum Motorsport joins the BKC thanks to Finley Lines, son of racer Stewart, who I had the pleasure of having a good chat with earlier on today. Stuart was racing in the BTCC up until the end of the last season, but Maximum Motorsport is concentrating on Brick Car and the TCR UK series. So Finley is proudly sporting the Maximum Motorsport livery on his kart this weekend, and it's his debut in the championship. He's had some run-outs earlier on this year, and Stuart's looking forward to seeing how he gets on. I am as well. Now, speaking of guest drivers this weekend, now I did say that we head to Nuts Corner in just a few weeks' time for our GP plate extravaganza. We've had the O plate, now it's time for the GP plate very shortly. In about 3-4 weeks' time, when we head to the Emerald Isle, Nuts Corner, just half an hour from Belfast International Airport. Now there's 3 drivers that are competing in the IAMI Bambino contingent this weekend. 2 are returnees. Okay, Tig Buckley, who proudly sports the Irish plate on his kart, is back again after showing a great display against Riley Cranham, current O-plate champion at Rowra just a couple of months ago. We've also got Connor Fogarty, just outside of Tipperary. He's going to be joining the crew as well. And then also there's Chad LeMan, also another BKC returnee. And there's quite a few others as well. Jack McLaughlin's here as well. He's competing this weekend, another of the Irish contingent. And we're looking forward to seeing how many entries from that side of the pond go on home turf and show what the BKC, what they can do. Hopefully we see a few more of them coming back to our shores later on this year. Now, the IAMI Cadet contingent this weekend have a one-off invitational event, which is why the grids have swelled. We have a total of around 75 competitors over all 4 categories this weekend. But the IAMI Cadet division will have a little cherry on the icing on the cake this weekend for the winner of round number 6. Because on offer is a £1,000 cash prize for the winner of round 6 in IAMI Cadet. And I bet you anything, watch out, because it's going to be all-out war on that track tomorrow when we go to that final that afternoon. In terms of championships, your current leaders are as follows. C50, Alfie Howland, 5 points ahead of Seb Moore, who's been hot on his heels from the word go, and especially following the departure of JJ Sherwood, who seems to be doing well in cadets at the moment. You've then got the Bambino IAMIs. Scarisbrick, Cranham, Ashcroft are your top 3, and they are split by just 22 points coming into this round. Don't count out the likes of Joe Lewis, Cole Glover, Henry Domain. These 3 are waiting in the wings. Title still up for grabs, very much in this instance and in all 4 championships. Intercart IAMI. Leading the way, it's Mason Rudman ahead of Jack Sant, with Sherry Ann Powell rounding out the top 3, who are separated by 38 points coming into this round. Intercart Honda. It's been a near perfect season for Damien Barris-Haggett, who for the first 4 rounds of the championship scored a maximum 105 points per round. The only blip was at Lyd, but I tell you what, he has amassed 518 points over the first half of the championship. Closely followed by Kasper Tomilewski. The number 20 from Poland is on 475 points, equal with Liam Hartley, but based on cumulative countback, Tomilewski is in second. Then we get to the Northern Cup. This is where it gets really interesting. Jake Horan, Alfie Miller and Samuel Wilson are the top 3 coming into this round, and there are only 29 points separating the trio. Tomorrow we'll see the conclusion of the Northern Cup Championship, 3 heats and a final to decide the Northern Cup Championship for the National Kart Cup this season. But then you've also got the overall title. Leading that is Sam Wilson. And to count in terms of total scores, obviously there are drop scores involved in the NKC as well. Sam Wilson currently 347 points. Second is Jake Horan, 9 adrift. And then Alfie Mellor on 3:31. Watch out for Ollie Nitch-Smith in the number 2. He's not that far behind, and he still has 8 races to make up points. Well, as the TKM Extremes of the NKC roar around the 1100 metre circuit here at the fantastic facility provided by Glan-Y-Gors, we'll see you tomorrow morning